stand by. Yes, sir.
Don't say no, just live more. Don't say no.
Fire! More engine!
Over time and space. Internet is for poor.
Schadenfreude, making me feel glad that I'm not you. Rise up, gather round, rock this place to the ground.
My darling, don't utter a single word. So fire up that ignition. Having all the pressure will take on the measure of life and accelerate to the prize. Surprise!
You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes.
You must attend, listen in, for the words born by the wind speak.
And we're on Crow Calls, the opinionated show of Crow Clip Sidra. I am your host, Crow Clip Sidra, and today we are on episode 3, and we have quite a few discussions. Possible guests, I don't know. First of all, this is an opinionated show, so before anyone gets, their panties in a bunch, this is my opinions and the opinions of everybody else on the show. So, with that being said, let's start the show. Has anyone noticed that any heel wrestler from NXT is automatically given Dolph Ziggler? Because it just seems redundant that everybody is that is a heel in NXT is given Ziggler when there's plenty of other people that can be fed to these heels in NXT. Oh, and we got other people on the show. So as my guests are slowly piling in, let's play some more music. Now, I do have a guest tonight. My first guest is the incomparable, the lovely Phoenixfire, and she's requested that I play a song that she's marked out to over the past couple of weeks. So without further ado, So, Phoenix, how's it going?
Going good. You?
I can't complain. So, we were talking about this on the couch watching Raw, but I gotta ask. So, we were talking about in the Skype chat room about what is the worst way to give Eva Marie nuclear heat, and when I told you this, you practically tried to kill me. So, what I thought was giving Eva Marie the women's title, and then her coming out the next night on Raw wearing the Divas title. What is your thoughts on that?
No fucking no. That you sadistic bastard.
Well, come on, think of the nuclear heat on that.
Why? I don't like Eva Marie.
That's the point.
What's the... don't get me started on Eva Marie. I just wish she would go away.
Okay, but on that note, what if we made her Sister Abigail in the Wyatt family?
Well, if she actually had decent mic skills, a personality, and wasn't so one-sided, Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe if she did it decently, I might like her more, but I don't like her right now.
And apparently our guest 3 in the chat, which I'm assuming is a Freak Show, he said that real nuclear heat would be giving her Ric Flair because he draws.
What?
Ric Flair as her manager because he draws.
Of course, Freak Show would say that.
So, is that a good idea, or?
Nah.
So, people are wondering, and I've been wondering this because I never really talked about this outside anything. So, what brought you into the Gaia fans?
What made me enter?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a long story, and I'm having to go like so far back into the recesses of my mind. I'm like, really? Did it happen that way? But I've been on Gaia since December 2004, off and on the guilds and whatnot. I was big into role playing, still am. Kind of have to be in G-Pepping. Let's see. I was in this WWE role play with a guy who I can't even remember what his name is now, but he was Ajax the Holy Fire. And the role play name was Superstar Life. And I still have access to this RP if anybody wants the link. You'll get to see how truly awful I was back then, but bear with me, you see how I grow over time. But that role play ended. That role play ended. I wanted to do more, so I got back on the guild because I had been in the Star Wars guild like way before that. And I was like, maybe there's a wrestling role play guild. I don't know. And I can't even remember who the first guild I found was. But I got in. I can't even remember the year I got in, but I remember I was not very active at first. And then I started getting more active. I can't even remember all the guilds I've been in, but I've been in G-Fetting for 7 years?
Well, I mean, you certainly made your mark in G-Fetting. Anybody who's anybody can know is Phoenixfire.
True.
So, I'm pretty sure that some people in the chat, especially one, is asking when are you coming back?
I don't know. I thought about it, and it's funny you should ask this because I thought about this on the way home from work last night. Yeah, it's quarter after 11ish, I'm sitting on the interstate, and I'm thinking, when is Phoenixfire coming back? Is she coming back? How am I going to bring her back? And it was a whole lot of I don't knows. That, trust me, if I come up with anything, you'll know. I'm not going to tell y'all beforehand. I like the elements of surprise. But when I do, you'll know. Trust.
And what about our dearest daughter, NVIDIA? Any word on her?
That's another iffy situation for me because I was really digging the gimmick I had sort of created for her when I brought her back that one time. I think I spent a lot of my creative energy on that entrance, and I've been sort of indifferent since. So I don't know on her part. I really don't know. Probably some things are going to have to happen personally before I'm comfortable bringing her back.
So, someone in the chat room, which is more than likely Freak Show, I mean, this is reeks of Freak Show, is asking, how's Mike Landry?
How is Mike Landry? I don't know, but you'd probably have to answer that, but still getting on my nerves. It's a Landor. What more do you expect? Landor.
So, now recently, since we've been living together, me and you haven't been watching, wrestling together. It's just mostly me. But recently, during the WrestleMania season, you've finally been flopped on the couch and watching it with me. So, how's your WrestleMania experience after 8 hours of wrestling just for that one day, not counting, the multiple hours that we watch throughout the week, including, the hours of Lucha Underground we watch, this morning?
Where do I begin? Well, I'm going to have to sit down for this because I'm walking in the hallway and driving myself nuts. But, WrestleMania. WrestleMania 32, where do I begin with you? Of course, I asked off a month in advance because I knew this was going to be some shit. I'm going to be honest with you. And God, where do I start? I'm like, I've worked in the call center during WrestleMania last year, so I didn't really get the full experience, so I didn't know what I was getting into. I figured it'd be like Raw on steroids, and I can't say that it wasn't. There was happiness. There was sorrow. Oh, God, without this championship, there was sorrow. There was anger. There were tears. There was wailing and gnashing of teeth.
But I know you marked out for a certain Long Island person that won that Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I was like, I marked out. I was a little surprised because, how long has he been back and he's already got the title? He promptly lost it in 25 hours. Oh, my God, what are you doing, creative? But, yeah, he won, and I'm like, what? He won? Am I, on some conscious-altering shit right now? Because I don't believe what I'm seeing. Let's talk about how you pointed out during the ladder match. It's a ladder match, and the camera pans right as you say it, and I'm like, how do you know? It's a ladder match.
Okay, see, the thing is with that is, we were talking about which match was opening the show, and I said, it's probably going to be the ladder match. And it was the ladder match.
That was pretty damn awesome. I have to say so.
You mean my guesswork or the fact that the ladder match?
What?
You mean my guesswork about which match it would be, or the fact that it was a ladder match?
The fact that it was a ladder match.
All right, we got a question from an up-and-coming star in V-betting. She is pretty much the only women's champion right now because she is the WWF Women's Champion and the EWA Women's Champion, Miranda Rose, and she's asking, So what should she focus on a women's wrestler because she likes to hear from one of the legends?
So what would I want to see in a women's wrestler?
Or what should she focus on, really? I mean, either way.
Miranda, I'm going to provide you a little bit of my mindset whenever, what my mindset has been the whole time I've been in this scene. Always ask yourself, what can I do next? How can I top my last move? What's the next piece of the puzzle from where I was last? Like, for example, before the, 2 or 3 year storyline we were in with Landry.
That was going on 5.
But yeah, that was going on 5. It took up, I did not see that happening. I think I still got the messages from where me and Landry planned that whole start out.
And I'd like to point out something for everybody that was wondering. That whole storyline, for the most part, until I really stepped into it, was all Phoenix's idea. So, like, the whole rape thing and the death stuff, that was all her. So, yes, we do give Landry a lot of flack on it, but you got to consider the sick, sadistic person that came up with it.
Yeah, like, Miranda, I know we're going on a rabbit trail here with my question, but just to point out a bit of my thought process here, my creative process. How I came up, have you read the Toddler Drop storyline? Really? If I can get the link to Chrono, or whatever he's calling himself now, I forget. But if I can get the link to him and have him pass it on to you, read that.
It's in her profile, like the entire storyline is in her profile. So you just pull it up in the Gaia Wrestling Network, find her name, and click, and bam, there you go. Takes you right to your profile.
It is like I have not updated that in forever, and I'm like so out of whack with that. But whatever. The Toddler Drop. Anyone who knows me in chat knows if they were around me a couple of years ago, they knew I was going to school. I was being trained to be a pharmacy technician. And this was during my hospital clinical rotation. Small town hospital. I'm sitting in the belly of the beast, so to speak, in the central pharmacy in this, I forget how many bed hospital, and we're pretty much done for the day. And I'm just sitting there at a table. I've got nothing to do. I'm waiting for either an IV order to come down or somebody to need meds, something. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm thinking, let's occupy my mind since I have nothing to do. And I'm like, okay, what can we do next in this storyline? I don't even know what brought it on. But I'm thinking, okay. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know how they hang the titles from above the ring? What if they hung the cage up there? And I'm thinking, that's not really interesting. What if we put Mattias in it? And I'm going to be honest, that kind of made me uncomfortable. But I'm like, you know what? Let's run with it. And we went from there, and I did not entirely plan Phoenixfire's part. I winged the fuck out of that.
Speaking of Matty, Freak wants to know if he's still held up in the North Korean jail, because apparently that's where we last saw Mattias, is in a North Korean jail.
That boy, I don't know, but I told him not to go and not to touch. If he did, don't fucking touch anything. So if he is, that's on him.
And he
takes after his father. I'm going to be honest. That's all Landry's fault.
And he's also wanting to know why can't adults see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I don't know, man.
So, like, now, you and I have had matches together, several matches of the year, I mean, as far as the community goes, like, as far as, like, Yukari and Phoenix go. So, like, what would you say that Phoenix's number one rival is, as far as women go? Or who would you like to have faced that you haven't faced before?
Yeah, because we can't have me face Claire again, can we?
I mean, that was, you and Claire kind of were the rise to Yukari in certain ways. So, I mean, I wanted to thank you and Claire on that. I mean, Claire hasn't been around at all, but I never really got a chance to thank you both as far as the rise of Yukari for that one, because that triple threat that we all had was pretty damn amazing as far as, the terms of quality back then, because that was like 07, 08.
Yeah. So who would I like to face next? I know Miranda's been asking. Yes, I do want to face you because a bit of what Chrono's told me. I'm like, I like to go to this one gym. I'm not going to lie. I would like to face off against Yukari again. But as far as any particular person, I really don't know because I've been out of the loop for a while.
Well, I mean, basically, like, the current women's scene is, like, the kids are taking over. So you got Sandra's kid, who is Mirella. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right because it's, you know how Germans are. You're more into German than I am. But she's, like, the EWA Squadron champion, which is the tag champion. And then you got Lori's women, which is Bianca and Karen. They're floating around. And Marty's back. And I don't remember you two. Yeah, I don't remember you two actually having a match. So I mean, I would have killed to see that match back then during that height of that storyline we all did.
We're talking Marty, right? Or am I just
Marty's a stoner girl.
Oh, Marty's back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, her and Hyro have been doing quite the feud. I mean, I want to see them have that blow-off match and not the blowjob match that Freak is probably thinking of.
Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I've seen if he's going to respond to that, but I guess not.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, he said, oh, yeah. And I guess it's Hyro that's asking, I'm guessing he's guest number 7, is The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises, as far as which movie.
Oh, my goodness, because I think I saw it was the one with Bane I finally saw in completion at work the other day.
Yeah, Bane is Dark Knight Rises. With the awesome song that Chrono took was Deshi Basara. Deshi Basara.
Dark Knight Rises, hands down.
What? The Dark Knight was one with Joker in it.
But after I watched that one 50 different times, it kind of lost its flair for me. See what I did there? Flair. Woo. True story. Every time we pass the sign that says Charlotte, he will not shut up. He woos every time.
I do it at work, too.
See what I have to listen to? Woo.
Hey, you know that meeting Ric Flair was like a dream come true for you.
Yeah, when I got up from him signing my autograph, he forgot to take a picture with me, and I just stood there the Nick Cage holding hands against his face pose. I was like, really?
Now, I know we're both going to X-Con in May, and I mean, they don't really have many guests as compared to last year, but one of them is Katrina from Lucha Underground, and I swear that woman is a fucking ghost in that series. So, what are your thoughts?
If I watch Lucha Underground more, I might be into her, but what I've seen, I like.
No, I'm just asking if you think she's a fucking ghost, as far as the storyline that they're giving out is.
Yes.
So, while you were doing dishes earlier, I mean, I had Raw on, and the moment, Enzo and Cass's song came out, you, flipped out and ran to the TV. What makes you a mark for them?
To be honest with you, they're over the top. And I'm like, again, I like the cut of their jibs.
How you doing?
How you doing? You got to put emphasis in it. You got to put emphasis in it. And it's just like, they've got that same big personality that I see in the New Day, who they were meant to be one thing, they took the ball, they ran with it, and they're like cult status now. I mean, did you see that cereal box?
Yeah, I did. And they came out to the with the Dragon Ball Z armor, the Saiyan armor.
Yeah, and I can't be mad. That was pretty daggone awesome.
And if you notice the level of detail in it, Xavier Woods actually had the hairstyle and the tail.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Not a Dragon Ball Z fan, but I'm like, I've been around enough Dragon Ball Zers. I'm like, okay, this is accurate.
All right, so now me and you, we knew about the women's title being turned into the women's title. So when they unveiled it, me and you kind of had this I want to say this look of disgust, but it wasn't really. I mean, you gotta admit, the women's title is better looking than the fucking butterfly, hands down. But
like I said on Facebook, whoever designed that needs to be taken behind the shed and whipped like a government mule, because it's better than the men's title. And I'm not saying this. Yes, I'm being a hater, but I'm not saying this because it's not equal to the men's. But to be honest with you, that thing is ugly.
no,
I mean, I would have swapped the colors. I mean, I was hoping for the old one.
no, the gold belt that had women's championship on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what I said was, you take, the current women's title that they got now, and you turn the strap red, and then you turn the inside white, and you make the W gold, and it will actually bring out everything more, and it will still look similar to the title, but, it
right,
won't.
that's what I said.
Yeah. All right, so pretty much in the talk in the chat room, they got people talking about thoughts on Brantley Summers' new album with the TI, but I mean, I don't even know about that, so I'm just going to let that slide. But Rob Van Dam's 2000 ECW and WWE title run, were you, a fan of wrestling at that time?
At what time?
When the ECW brand came to WWE, and you had Rob Van Dam as the ECW and WWE champion at the same time.
I was. Just a little bit of the history here. I've been watching wrestling since late Attitude Era, and I stopped watching around February 2003 because of the family situation. I came back the show after Eddie Guerrero died, so I'm not sure if I was.
That was 2005.
So was this at the same time? Did that happen afterwards?
Yeah, Rob Van Dam won it a year later, give or take.
Yeah, so I was a fan at that time, but I didn't really watch ECW. I was more of I stuck to mainly Raw. I might catch SmackDown, but I was still playing a lot of catch up from the years I had missed. I did not know about like a lot of stuff was Edge and Lita until like after I'd gotten over Eddie being dead.
Now, speaking of Edge and Lita, like in November, you met the Hardy Boys at WrestleCade. So,
Yeah.
did you have much of an experience with that? Because I know because you're a huge fan of the Hardys. I mean, you wear that neon green shirt around all the damn time. Are you a fan of them because of what they represent, or just because you're North Carolinian like they are?
Both. Because a big part of why I got into wrestling was Lita. And you're going to hear a lot of women fans of wrestling that came in around that time mention Lita. And as a little girl growing up, just seeing someone who was being a little girl who's bullied in school and just didn't really feel secure with herself, just to see somebody like Lita fucking own the ring and be happy with being herself and, you know, being an individual, what they stood for, you know, yeah, I dug the shit out of that. And, you know, once I found out they were from North Carolina, I dug it even more. Because where they're from, I have family there, on my mom's side. So my mom's side of the family, they actually know them. I don't know. But it was just like what they represented. I kind of done Undertaker and Kane, you know, not as hard as I did later in my watching history. But once I saw Jeff, Matt, Lita, I was sold. The Rock came later. He was pretty awesome. He was like the John Cena of that era.
But you certainly don't like him now, so you're not smelling what The Rock is cooking, I guess, in a matter of speaking.
I got in trouble for wearing a shirt with a rock on it in the 5th grade. He owes me.
Well, you know, I got in trouble in the 4th grade for wearing a DX shirt, and that was the height of the DX period, so that was like when DX first came out, and, you know, I had the Suck It and Everything shirt and everything, and, you know, they made me turn the shirt inside out.
Yeah, so it was like 2000, 2001 when I got in trouble for that, wearing that shirt, because I had a severely religious teacher, and she saw him wearing his briefs and was like, he's revealing too much skin. Turn it inside out. That's on you, Ms. Mullins. You can still see the outline when I turn the shirt inside out.
Okay, well, the technical term for those briefs in wrestling is trunks. Just, you know.
I forgot. Okay?
Just for anybody that doesn't know.
Whatever.
I know. So,
I still have that shirt, by the way. It's in my dad's house.
Yeah, I know you had your stuff there wearing it for a while.
Yeah.
Until I took it off and put a different shirt on it. Yeah, I went there. Okay, so this is, you know, I know you're a literary person, so I'm guessing Hyro is asking this. So he wants to know, what's a better play, Hamlet or Macbeth?
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to struggle with this. Hero, you're an asshole. In the best way possible, but you're still an asshole. I'm going to be honest with you. I've read Hamlet, you know, and Macbeth, you know, who in the high school English courses hasn't? But I dug Macbeth. I mean, I love Macbeth. Hamlet, I didn't like. It was like, eh.
Oh, well, he's fighting on you saying that it's Hamlet, but okay.
Whatever.
Okay, so, and this is Freak Show, and you know this is a typical Freak Show question. What's a better book, Beowulf or the Kama Sutra?
It depends on what day of the week.
But
I really liked Beowulf when I read it in high school. Not so much now, and admittedly, I haven't read your second choice either. It's on the list, but
Now, what I'm going to link you, which is you coming into the room and seeing this, is the what the EWA Women's Championship looks like, and I want to get your opinion if it's better than the WWE Women's Championship. Even though I kind of know your opinion on this, I want to, because you haven't seen this title, or maybe you have, but why don't you take a look at this?
So you hear it here first, folks. My real-time reaction, I guarantee you it's probably going to be better than the WWE Women's title, but whatever. Are you going to link it to me or not?
No, just come in the room and see it, and I'll show you. I already pulled it up and everything.
I have to get up for this.
You saw the most metal title of all time, which was the EWA Genesis title, which is held by Hero.
You mean that metal-plated monstrosity?
Which is
in a
badass.
good way?
It's badass.
I probably should have put my glasses on. That's nice.
Much better than what you see on TV every day, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes, she did watch Raw when Shane came back, and I know what you're getting at, Miranda, is that we did not see you, but we did see a Cartwright sign, so.
You saw a Cartwright sign. I don't think I did. Which one was it?
It was all the way in the back, so I don't think you saw it because you weren't really looking for it.
There was one I saw that I laughed at.
Favorite Michael Bay mistake, which I guarantee you she's going to say the Ninja Turtles movie that came out a few years ago.
What was the question again?
Your favorite Michael Bay mistake, and I said that is probably that Ninja Turtles movie that came out.
Listen here. I went to see that movie, and I wish I'd gotten my $8 back because, oh, my God. Will What's-His-Face carried that movie for Megan Fox, and admittedly, the theater I went to, I shouldn't buy from that concession stand because I did not watch the entire movie. I could hear it in, the theater bathroom, and I'm just sitting there on my phone, screwing around on my phone because I'm I'm not going back to that theater. So that movie was shit.
We're getting echoes because it's close.
Oh, of course.
But the new Ninja Turtles movie that's coming out is going to apparently be a lot better, and your favorite Shanty Irishman, Seamus, is going to be, I think he's going to be Rocksteady, if I remember right, in the movie.
Please let this be a movie WWE doesn't ruin.
Thoughts on Freak Show's shitty career and thoughts on Hero's shitty career.
Freak Show and Hero?
Yeah, apparently guest 7, which is Hyro, I'm guessing, he says thoughts on my shitty career, and guest 3, which is Freak Show, I'm assuming, says thoughts on his shitty career. So I'm just going to lump it together and say thoughts on both of their shitty careers.
They're shitty. But really, I'm not going to lie. Hero, you're nice and all, but Freak Show, baby. It's pretty damn hilarious. I like it. Get my boy, Freak Show! I don't know how to fill the dead air here. Sorry.
Well, you got to ask him, how you doing?
How you doing, Freak Show?
All right, and apparently, in these Gaia-related wrestling shows, we always got to talk about some kind of card that's coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my last, I think it was my first episode, I talked about the EWA Wrestle Kingdom show, which is over and done with, and Omega is the new EWA Legendary Champion. Yay, yay. And Hyro is, he won the St. Joe Memorial Battle Royale. He's the Genesis Champion after beating Cartwright and the Battalion Champion. I mean, he's one title away from Grand Slamming, and he's got his chance to face Omega and JW Caliber at Best in the World. but we're going to go to WWFG and talk about their WrestleMania show. So I have the card pulled up, so what I'm going to do is just read it off, and we're going to give our thoughts about what could be a potential train wreck according to some of these matches. I mean, one of them in particular, I already know what's going to happen, but it's their 2016 WrestleMania, and their theme song for this card is Immortals by Fall Out Boy, and I know you're a Fall Out Boy fan.
I wouldn't call myself a fan. Haven't been since high school.
Okay, well,
that sounds pretty okay.
Well, the first match is the tag team titles, and it's the Inversions, which is, I think you're familiar with them, right? The tag team that Omega introduced.
Oh, nice.
They're defending against the Mystery Team, and for those who do not know the Mystery Team, Phoenixfire certainly knows them. They are Chrono and Yukari Club Hydra Team Carnage. So, I spilt the beans on that one, but I mean, do you have any thoughts about what could be the match of the year? I mean, you considering like myself, and you got Omega. Both of us are Hall of Famers. I mean, like role player wise. So, and I should point out this is the 10th anniversary of those two teaming together for the first time. So, I mean, it's to the day too. So.
All right. It could have match of the year potential. Like I said, I've been out of the loop. It'd be interesting.
Do you have any, because, I mean, I don't, I'm not a crew member in FG. I mean, I'm just, an advisor behind the scenes, whatever. I have no influence in that guild, despite what anybody says. I mean, I only take care of, like, the title history. I mean, I'm not even a crew member, but, is it, like, do you have, a non-biased result or anything like that?
Maybe Team Carnage?
Okay, now, I mean, I'm just going to move around to their second match, which is Lissa, which, I mean, I'm not really too familiar with this woman, unfortunately. So, and then Fate Leonhardt, which is Savannah Leonhardt's daughter. And I think you've had some run-in with Savannah in the past.
Yeah, kind of briefly.
She was that, I think you quoted her as a redheaded bitch, but I think you said it a little bit more...
Colorfully?
Yeah, we'll give it that. But apparently it might turn into a different match, so we'll just skip over that match for right now. I mean,
okay.
The next match is the Intercontinental title match, which is Omega, the champion, versus... this is the guy that I dubbed, when me and you get married, that we're going to bring down to be my best man, and that is the undefeated at WrestleMania, Matt Shanahan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Shanahan, you're going to be there. This is not a non-negotiable.
And and the stipulation is that, like, if Shanahan loses this match, he's gone from FG. But he's also undefeated at Mania, and, but Omega is the current Intercontinental Champion. So, I mean, it's kind of, they both have, stuff to fight for. So, what do you have to that?
Oh, man, for this to be somebody to have to hit the road, I like those matches, because, it's feeling like something is at stake. I mean, you hate to see someone go, but, damn, that's a guaranteed fight. And a good one at that.
So, like, do you have an opinion on who might win, or?
And who was the other person again?
Okay, you got Omega, and you got who's the champion at the time, right now, and you got Matt Shanahan.
Let's see. Shanahan? I guess.
All right. Now, like, their match number 4 is their Money in the Bank. And, it's 6 people, but the thing is 2 of them haven't been, introduced yet. So, I can't really say anything about it. Right now it's Bernhardt, which is, I don't remember, if you remember Kyle Dracius in the past, but, he's like Kyle. It's played by Trevor. I know you know Trevor.
Right,
and then you got him versus Major versus Jason Byers, and you got Renegade Young, which he's played by the same person that does AJ Warner. And then you got 2 other people, but they have yet to be named yet. So who do you think's gonna win the Money in the Bank, or you don't know yet?
I do not know.
Now, I'm going to skip to match number 9, and I'm going to tell you why in a second because match number 9 is a career versus career match. It's AJ Warner versus Kelly King, right?
Yeah.
And they planned this match for months. So, this was well known. I'm not even following their story, but I knew about it. Now, why am I skipping match 9? Well, match 5 is and this is a mouthful right here, an elimination, last man standing, career versus career tag match. And it's Angel and Jack Arson versus Jarrell and Jarrell.
Oh my God. It's a clusterfuck back.
Yeah.
Let's call that, seriously now. That needs to be the clusterfuck match. I am decreeing it now. That match, not the people. Oh my God, that's just going to be. It's going to be a clusterfuck match. There you go.
So, now we both know those 2 teams quite infamously, so to speak. Now, whatever team loses, they're gone, I guess, unless we're doing elimination style where the last person the last person standing is staying. So I don't know how they're planning this. Either both teams are gone or whoever's left is staying. So let's just assume that it's up. Because let's just assume that it's whichever team wins, the other team is gone. So, lesser of 2 evils, Team Heavenfire, which is Angel and Arson, or the Unholy Alliance, which is the Moans. Who do you have?
Oh my God.
It's like the lesser of 2 evils.
What?
And apparently it's the piss break match if we were watching it live.
Oh God. Oh my God. It is the 6 folks that came up with that.
I guarantee you we both know who that is.
It's going to be a train wreck. But I don't even. This. I'm going to look away from this train wreck. But oh my God. I don't know, but I don't want it to be Angel. I'm going to go with the Demons.
That's the rumor that I've heard that the Demons are winning. But, the thing is, they just came back for this match. So, what's the point of them winning? Neither.
So they're going to Brock Lesnar it.
I don't know, and I don't really care. The thing about the Darrell is, he talks about his air quote undefeated streak in the Hell in a Cell, but we both know that he's lost at least 5 times, and he says he's like 40-something and 0, but I mean, I even showed you his the times he's lost. So,
Mhm.
and the point of this match was to get Angel and Arsenal out of the community, but at the same time, the person himself is still going to be around.
Yeah. Mm.
So I mean, this is like the most like pointless match there is. But whatever happens, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's the clusterfuck to end all clusterfuck.
And now we have match number 6, which is a death match between I think this was like the 2014 or 15 Rookie of the Year. I'm not entirely sure about that, but it's Trent. I think you remember Trent. At least vaguely, right? He's fighting Cartwright. It's a death match, and the stipulation of that is the loser has to be the other servant for 2 months.
So one has to be the other servant for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. I think it will be entertaining if Cartwright was a servant.
I mean, I guess that's all we can really say about that. I mean, me and you are both familiar with Cart's work. I mean, he's been a stable part of the community for like forever. I mean, he's probably been around since before you, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think he was definitely around when I came in. I think he was. Yeah, I think he was. Let's see. So, what else are you gonna ask me? I'm like the most horrible guest ever.
No, you're not. I mean, you haven't been around the product for a while, so I mean, there's not really much you can know. I'm just trying to get your mindset on this. Number 7 is the Niflheim Championship match, which is FG's equivalent to the Women's Championship, and because EWA is home to the only Women's Championship on all of Gaia, it's a 3 stages of hell match. The first match is a street fight, and then you have the Thunderdome cage, and then the third match, if it gets to that point, is a casket match, and it's Miranda, who is the current champion, versus Marella. So, Marella is Sandra's daughter, if you remember Sandra.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I do. German Pride, Sandra?
Yes.
Ah.
We never got that Sandra versus Phoenix match, did we? Or we did, but it wasn't. It was very.
I think we did.
Okay.
If we did, it was the V Cup. I think it was the V Cup. I did.
Now I remember booking it at one point, and I'm going to double check while you discuss this match. I guess. I mean, your thoughts on it.
I don't know. I'm kind of eager to see, Sandra's progeny and work. Who was the other person?
Miranda, who is the current defending champion. She won it from Marella, the previously undefeated Marella, but she did win it. So this would be the match where these two girls would step up and show the world what they're made of. And I know Miranda, for one, is going to step up because I think she has the most to prove out of everybody on Gaia currently.
Right. And I've kind of read some of Miranda's work. I kind of see some of herself, some of myself in her. So I'm definitely looking forward to this.
It's the redhead, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when I first saw Miranda's work, I saw more of a young Yukari compared to the Dark Phoenixfire. I mean, she had elements of young Yukari and Dark Phoenixfire, but she didn't quite have, you know, the technical aspect that me and you both put out there towards the later careers. But I mean,